Hello everyone, welcome to Yamaguchi Japan Speaking Tube Radio. I'm your host, Dr. Issa. This is episode 46, 046. So, today I will talk about the merit of teaching. Teaching something has plenty of merit for teachers, to be honest, to be lecturers. So, although I'm an artist, I started teaching not only fine arts, painting or making sculpture, but also I started teach English maybe 4 years ago, something. Yeah, I think 4 years ago, for the third grade of high school student. Although he didn't go to high school, but anyway, he wanted to try entrance examination, and he entered very famous universities, and he had a very good sense of learning. That's why he just passed the examination. Not on me. I cannot declare it's my own. Just he did. Anyway, but before that, I asked to teach him. But before that, after I asked, I studied. I checked the entrance examinations of and the textbook for the entrance examinations, and I found the grammar, the question about grammar, that for example present, past perfect, or progressive or something, I don't know that the technical term of grammar in English, but there is a lot of the grammatical technical term of English grammar, and I memorize and I understand. I have to understand. Although I had already had 900 score of TOEIC test, but the TOEIC test doesn't require a high level and complicated grammatically topic. The test require the ability that the how quickly to deal with the basic English. Not so complicated English words, not complicated English grammar. There is nothing. But English entrance examination in Japanese of Japanese universities, especially the famous universities, that they require a very there is also a center examination for. It's like a common examination for entering universities. So sorry. Sometimes they require a very complicated grammar. So I had to check the entirely. Sorry. Yeah, I can't remember that word. Sorry. And so I had some kind of pressure to teach that kind of student, that kind of student, who attack the test. So, but it is very good. To be honest, for me, it's very good because thanks to him, thanks to student, I had to check all of grammatical topics, of English grammatical topics. That is very difficult. That grammatical topics never show up in TOEIC test. And so I memorized plenty of words which often appear in an entrance examination. It is very good. And so sometimes some points, some sentences, for example, I can understand the meaning, the English sentence the meaning is okay, but it is very difficult. It was very difficult for me at that time to explain. Just roughly I understand, and between roughly I understand and explaining that sentence is very different. So I must understand more deeply to explain. Otherwise, I couldn't explain. So I need very hard learning or hard studying in English by myself. It was a benefit to teach something. So if you want to improve something, you are not a beginner, you are intermediate level, and you want to improve that specific domain, specific subject, or specific skill, it is best way. It is best way to teach someone. And so we aware a lot of things we have to understand, we have to check if we need to explain. So that's why, that is to be honest, that is one of the reasons I started to teach English. And I'm now and also it is very good way if the student is each students are very different in ages, behind ages and levels. Although they must have to eager to learn, it is absolutely important. I don't want to teach someone who don't want to learn. But anyway, at least they are eager. I want to teach English. So their level is level is if the level is very different, it's no problem. Or rather, it is very good for me, to be honest. So, some students are just beginner or junior high school students, and some students are very high level, and to try the famous universities or high school. Someone is not very good level, and although they are high school students, but not so very good, but they have some kind of eager to learn. It is very good. I welcome that person, that student, if they are eager to learn. So I explained a very basic grammar or very basic level, and so the ages is very important. The junior high school students, for junior high school student, I focus the pronunciation. Pronunciation is very the learning pronunciation is very good for start English. I don't want to explain the complicated grammatical topic for the very beginner and especially junior high school students. And so high school students can think logically, but they are all they sometimes embarrassed to pronounce or to imitate a native English speaker, and CDs, I mean. So they enter more so logical thing. So some people good at to learning logical thing. The logical thing is grammatically point. Grammar, English grammar is very good, and they sometimes the older ages students sometimes have very shy to pronounce like a native English speaker. That is why I recommend they focus on grammar. But I think the pronunciation is extremely important for all ages, of course. But I don't want them to hate English learning. And I recently think the junior high school students is very good to start learning English because the majority of them are some kind of not so shy. They just try anything. They imitate native English speakers' pronunciation without hesitation and without shy or embarrassed or something. Just try to read aloud or imitate the CD's pronunciation. The things change if I teach high school students, especially junior high school students. So different ages has a different ability or different atmosphere, I think. So, and of course, individual students have very different. Sometimes there is a student who is a high school student, but very good at imitate, and that kind of students always want to imitate the celebrities' pronunciation. Not English in Japan, or sometimes baseball players' the way of talking or something, or to sing in front of many people. It's very good. That kind of student is usually good at to imitate their English native speakers' pronunciation. I think they are better than me. So, anyway, I recommend you want to learn something, and if you are intermediate level, teaching is the best way, one of the best ways. That's my opinion. That is based on my experience. Okay, thank you for listening to Speaking Tube Radio. Have a nice day. Balete.